Now on to the heavy downpours, where hundreds of families in Nairobi and Machakos counties spent the night in the cold following overnight rains that caused flooding across the city all the way to Syokimau.
Well, a spot check by Citizen TV revealed flooded roads, marooned homes and collapsed buildings as a result of Ngong River and Athi River breaking their banks. Well, Red Cross had to put the number of those affected by floods in the two counties at over 6,800, with about 250 families being displaced by the floods. This story was produced by Gatete Njoroge.
A casual glance may have you mistaken that this is a river. But no, this is Katani Road in Syokimau, Machakos County. The torrential rains experienced overnight clogged the drainage and flooded the road, rendering it impassable for motorists and pedestrians. Small business owners were in for a rude shock as their shops and kiosks were completely submerged. The residential estates were not spared either. Tenants waded through the murky waters to either access their houses or get to their cars. Others had to be carried. Those living on the ground floors had a worse fate. They were forced to use water pumps to pump out the water from their houses. Some of those living in marooned in the area were trapped inside their houses.
It was around 3 or 4 in the morning when the water level started coming up. Tukaamushwa, tukajaribu kutoa magari, but it was too late. Magari yote yameingia maji. Sisi tunaishi ground floor. Now the water started coming out from the houses kutoka kwa sewage system.
The biggest problem we have is drainage. The road construction that was being done at the back there has blocked the water. Ndio maana tuko na hii maji.
This lorry-ferrying construction materials got stuck along this road, which is among those rendered impassable in the area. Machakos Governor Wavinya Ndeti, who warned those building houses on riparian land, says her government will rescue those affected and called for more support.
So some of these things inafanyika ni sisi wenyewe we are the ones who are causing some of these things to happen. So for me as the governor of Machakos, and I'm here, I would really like to tell my people, not even in Machakos alone, to move away from the rivers.
Meanwhile, it is a nightmare for over 20 families who are living inside the Nairobi Dam after floods marooned their houses last night. The residents are trapped inside the area, which remains inaccessible until the water levels inside the dam subsides. In Mukuru, Kayaba, this 2-story building built next to Ngong River collapsed on Sunday morning following a heavy downpour. No one was injured during the incident as residents had been directed by the area chief to move out of the houses last month. Those living in nearby houses were affected after the building fell on their houses.
Ila rakati mimi nimelala tuko na mtoto kwa nyumba, mama bibi yangu alikuwa hapa nje, alikuwa anafanya usafi. In that process nikasikia akaniita, toka nyumba inaanguka. Mimi nikatoka kwa kitanda, kabeba mtoto wangu, nikamweka kando, tukatoka nje tukatoroka.
Mimi nilikuja tu asubuhi, nikakuta nyumba imeangukiwa. Bahati mzuri siku kuwepo. Kama ningelikuwepo sasa saa hii ningelikuwa maiti. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri jambo kama hili likitokea isukuliwe hatua ya dharura.
Wale ambao wanaishi pembezoni mwa mto wanafaa kujitahadharisha ya kwamba kipindi cha mvua kinapofika, ikiwa uko kabisa pembezoni mwa mto, inafaa uanze kujiondoa mapema.
Enterprise Road connecting Industrial Area and Mombasa Road has also been cut off following the overnight rains, with residents crossing the flooded river on foot and using motorbikes. Red Cross says 23,000 households have been affected, with 10,000 others being displaced by floods in 22 counties. 3,680 livestock have died as a result of the floods, with 18 schools, 13 roads and 206 businesses being affected. The weatherman had predicted a wet week from the 19th of April across the country.